Well, you've probably heard this joke. How do you know if a politician is lying? Answer, his lips are moving.
Well, it's not quite that simple, but interrogation experts say there are some clear signs that let them know when someone is stretching the truth. A Central Kentucky man is so good at reading the signs, he's known as the lie guy. Imagine how much you could protect yourself if you had a built-in lie detector. If you could read body language and pick up on verbal cues that let you know when you're being deceived.
Lawyers, police officers, therapists, counselors, teachers, judges, the press, the media, we miss 50% of the lies.
Stan Walters is an expert at deception detection. The Woodford County man has spent most of his career perfecting interrogation techniques for police and teaching them how to catch suspects and witnesses in a lie.
Only 2 out of 5 get any interviewing training in their basic academy. And when they get it, they only get an average of 4 hours.
There are common beliefs about body language that you can tell a lot about a person's truthfulness by watching for shifty eyes, fidgety hands, or raised eyebrows.
One of the fun ones that I hear a lot of, if they're sweating, they're lying. Well, in that case, every groom at the altar this June is lying about whether he's going to honor, obey, and cherish in the wedding vows.
Walters says there is no one telltale sign. He says it takes a combination of signs to make a good analysis. Watch this example from the Fox show Lie to Me.
Listen to his words. The system is at fault. The system has to make someone pay.
Oh, hell.
What? Call the police.
Someone has to pay.
You see his face?
Who's that, please?
You hear a verbal cue
Someone has to pay.
and see a look of content.
The more reliable cues are on the verbal side, because lying essentially is a thinking game. I've got to understand the truth that I'm trying to hide. I'm trying to create a myth. Then I've got to tell you the lie, but I'm watching you at the same time to see how you're reacting. So if I'm not getting the feedback from you that says I'm believing Stan's lie, I'll adjust it on the fly.
What do you want to know?
Just the truth.
So what are the verbal cues a good interviewer picks up on? Repeated denials, memory lapses, stalling, and anger over a question. Walters says it would be wise for all of us to develop a skill for spotting lies.
You make better decisions about who you're going to do business with, who you're going to let stay with your children, who's going to take care of your elderly parents, or if you're making a specific investment in property or stocks.
It would be easy if spotting lies were as clear as the nose on your face, but it takes effort and practice to really become an expert, and that's the truth.
Scandals have led to the downfall of countless celebrities, ministers, and politicians. And we've all seen those painful moments when they stand before the cameras and ask for forgiveness.
But are they truly sorry or just sorry they got caught? A Central Kentucky interrogation expert looks at the truth behind lying.
Mr. Reed, I know I consider your pain sincere.
On the Fox show Lie to Me, Dr. Cal Lightman often gets to the truth just by noticing a twitch or a gesture.
You have no idea how this feels.
It's true, but I can see it in your face.
Interrogation expert Stan Walters says there's a lot of fact in the fictional character's methodology. It's just a matter of being super observant.
People in general miss about 50% of the lies that happen in front of them.
We look for the wrong things.
Walters trains police officers around the country on how to spot lies or misleading statements. One of the most famous ones all of us witnessed came from a former president.
I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That woman. It's a phenomenon called displacement. And it's a depersonalization of the individual. And it's interesting, the president relies on anger at that point, almost attacking. See, and I've got to get back to work, and that's my job, and it puts people back. Ooh, he's hostile about it.
In 2007, police arrested Idaho Senator Larry Craig in the Minneapolis airport, accusing him of seeking sex in the men's room.
In pleading guilty, I overreacted.
The police transcript showed the senator's first statements to be full of holes. Walters says convenient forgetfulness is a common sign of deception.
He'd just been picked up in the bathroom. They walked 10 minutes to the airport police office, and in 9 minutes, he had 8 memory lapses of what had just happened 10 minutes earlier.
But Walters says just being stressed doesn't mean a person is lying. It takes a series of cues to raise red flags. Take a more recent example, the Tiger Woods confession of infidelity.
Every one of you has good reason to be critical.
Walters watches the brow, a place between the eyes he calls the grief muscle.
Many of you in this room are my friends.
Yeah, did you see that pull? If just before, as many of you have friends, you saw a pull right here. That's a rarely good, reliable sign they're in depression.
After close analysis, Walters believes Woods was sincere about his emotional pain, that he was sorry for his actions and not just sorry he got caught.
If you notice in my eyes, there's only 2 triangles of white on each side, right?
Right.
Under severe stress, sometimes it'll drop, and you get white underneath or white above.
My behavior has been a personal disappointment.
What strikes me is he's in more pain, bothers him more about what's happened with the fans and those people who respect him than his wife. Because his delivery about his wife and disappointing her is almost clinical, it's almost businesslike.
Walters says all of us could do a better job of seeking out the truth, but when we do, we often find the truth hurts. Walters says in his research, police are no better at weeding out deception than the rest of us, but 2 out of 3 inmates can immediately spot a liar, proving it takes one to know one.
What's one of the big misconceptions about body language?
I think Walters says that eye contact is a reliable sign. He says a lot of people are very good at looking you straight in the eye and lying.
Very interesting.